Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be more so focused on me doing the 4-lug to 5-lug conversion, just kind of explaining the whole process to you, not actually doing it because it takes so much time and I don't have the camera angles, the lighting, anything like that. So let's dive right into it. I'm going to show you how they look and I'm going to reveal the new wheels and the technical side of things. As you can see, 5-lug swap is complete. I haven't put on the rotor, I haven't put on the brake caliper yet. I'm still waiting for the rotors to come. But yes, the 5-lug is done in the rear. The front one is 2, same case, so rotor is coming, and then I might do a Z32 conversion on the front. But let me show you all the technical side of the whole process. Here we have the 240 Bible. This thing is absolutely thick. This is about 1,000 pages that I printed out on a printer and sealed them front and back. So front and back. So this has anything you could ever dream of on the 240. On the electrical side, on the mechanical side, anything you ever want. So like this is for the KA24 version, so 1992 and up. I don't have the single jingle model, but yeah, this is massive, and this is not even all of it. This is 1,000 pages right here, and this is not even all of it. I don't have in this binder. I don't have, I believe, electrical systems, heater and air conditioning, and then automatic transmission, but I do have the manual transmission stuff. Yeah. So let's dive right into it. This is insane. This took me hours upon hours. At one point, 3 of my friends, it took 3 hours to put all this together. And then on top of that, there is even more that I haven't done, like the automatic transmission, which is somewhere in the shop. And then the electronic stuff too, which I did and just zip tied. So I do need to get a binder for that, but that's beside the point. So let's dive right into it. I have these bookmarked for when I was working on the 5-lug conversion swap. So let's dive into it. Let me put this on the floor, flip it to it, because this is about 600 pages, I believe, to get to this bookmark. It's funny enough, it's the AEM I think it was the wideband bookmark, or like the wideband warranty sticker. Okay, let's dive right into it. Let me start flipping because it's a lot of pages, and I'll show you in technical, like all the technical side of things of how to do the front hubs and the rear hubs, so you guys can kind of understand how everything works. But then after that, I show you guys the wheels and how they look on the car. So now it's just time to get to flipping. So as you can see, it shows all of it, like anything you can possibly imagine. If you want to rebuild the whole cylinder block, it shows you everything you can ever imagine on how to do it, whether it's automatic or like manual kind of stuff. Engine lubrication and cooling system, like it dives into everything about the crank angle sensor, the ignition switch, the ECCS. Cool little the cool thing about this, it also has like trouble diagnostics. So if it's like little electrical load switches loaded, it turns on headlamps, air conditioner, and it's you can do everything, and love it. This one's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. That's the engine start, go to E, ba-da-da-da-da. Like I love it. And the crazy part is we're not even halfway through it. See, this is also a pretty cool one. So like it will actually teach you how to rebuild a whole transmission. That right there is a transmission assembly. There's another transmission assembly. That is, I think, yeah, first and second is shift fork, which is really, really cool. And then it goes into depth of all the torque all the torque that you need. But yeah, it's very, very cool. Adjustment, pinion gear, and dude, it goes into all of it. But yeah, we're very close. All right, now to the front hubs, or the front axle, front hubs, whatever you want to call it. Let me move this sign over, and I'll explain. Sweet. So let's dive right into it. So see, as you can see, this is a 4-lug hub, and it's pretty simple. So like, you take that front cap off, you take that cotter pin off, and that gives you access to that locking nut. And then you unscrew that locking nut, then you have a wheel nut, or the lock washer, however you call it. It's slotted. You gotta make sure you put it right and slotted, because this will bust out its bearings, and it's gonna have unwanted camber on the wheel, and it's gonna put pressure on the bearing. It's gonna burn out the bearing a lot faster. That is the hub. The hub, okay, the wheel bearing stays in the hub, and then the snap ring keeps it in the hub. So what you need to do is pop that nut off, and it just basically slides out. But make sure you take out your calipers. Make sure you take out your calipers, and it's easy as that. So it's not too difficult. I think it's 2 bolts on the caliper, like on the main caliper, not the piston assembly itself. And this is kind of what the wheel bearing looks like on the inside. It has like ball bearings, but very, very simple. This kind of goes into depth. I'm not gonna really even talk about that, how like the installation of how to do everything, but very simple. It goes into like super into depth of like all the torque numbers of everything, how you want to work on these. But that's it. Doing it one time. So like one time, the front hubs, very easy, very simple. It's really 2 bolts for the caliper, and the whole assembly pops off. You have to kind of pry it off, and then it comes off. It's super easy. After that, you get the lock, or the snap ring off, or like that cover, snap ring, then locking nut, boom, comes right off. It slips off with the dust shield. You can put the dust shield if you want. You don't have to. You kind of want to for like the OEM spacer specs, but it's not really that big of a deal. I haven't really heard people saying put it on. But if it does mess up and I put it on, or it messes up, I probably will put it on. I got a feeling I do have a burnt bearing on it. So let's jump to the rear. The rear is a little bit more complicated, so I will go a little bit into depth on the rear suspension, so you know what you're getting yourself into. Alrighty, so this is kind of what the rear suspension looks like. It's not too difficult. Not too complicated. It doesn't have like all the like double wishbone, nothing too crazy. But what you want to do is, this is the rear caliper on it. So you want to take that nut off, or that bolt off, and that bolt. That will basically take off the whole caliper assembly off. From there, when you look at this knuckle, there is 4 bolts. So this where this line is coming out of, you can see these 4 bolts. Actually, let me grab a pin, and I'll just go into depth so like you can really see it, so like I can pinpoint it. Sweet. So got my pin. So this bolt right here, and this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, they're all screwed in. This is that bolt. So it's screwed in from the back. It's kind of annoying when you do install it. Try to when you're unscrewing these bolts, try to get the socket in these lips of the axle, because the axle is so tight to these bolts. So try to twist the axle right in here, and then put the socket in these dimples per se. But yeah, same process. Wheel bearing, or like the wheel nut. Oh, here it is. So cotter pin, that adjustment cap, whatever, it just kind of holds all these together. It has the insulator, which is like a little rubber grommet, and then the nut, and then the locking nut. This one also has grooves, I want to say. Maybe not, maybe it doesn't. Weird, it has a little hair on this, on the thing. But yeah, it's very, very simple. Very, very simple. And then after that, basically put that 5-lug hub on. Put it on. I didn't put my dust shield on. Maybe I should have. This one technically is called a baffle plate. But that's very simple, very easy. And that's basically how you do it. Nothing too interesting. That's what they look like. But yeah, very simple, very simple. Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, I just found it. So this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like from the back when the axle is not inside, or like inside the like hole where the locking nut is pulling the axle into it. So, all right, let me refocus it. So this right here, that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, that bolt. See, this one does not have the caliper on it, which is usually right here. So unbolt these 4, and the hub itself will pop out, and it will basically look like this. It is basically looking a lot like this. That's actually this. This is the rear one. So this is the front one. This is what the front one looks like. As you can see, the front one, very simple. But the main reason for the complication is because it is rear-wheel drive. Alright, so now I kind of explained the whole process of like how I installed it, the technical side of everything, just in the 240 Bible, as I call it. Now I get to show you what the wheels look like. I have not installed, or I take my word back. I did install it on the other side, and as I mentioned earlier, I did scrap this video. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, maybe I cut that part out. But basically, let's put the wheels on. I've been dying to put the wheels on and showing you guys and getting this video out there. I did not feel like editing the other video, so let's dive right into it. As you guys previously seen, this is the fronts. This is the ones that I was gonna run on the fronts. This is the one that I was gonna run. I have a full pair of these. These were the $70 ones, and these are the Manare Japanese. I think they're supposed to be Riverside reps. I'm not sure, but 18 by 8.5 or 18 by 8.75, I think. But yeah, these are gonna be my rears. So let's go ahead and throw on the fronts, because I love how these look, and shoot, why not? All right, still in the process of putting my engine together. Beautiful looking wheel. I will say I am not used to putting on 5 lugs instead of 4. I gotta aim with an extra hole. Yeah. All right, let me get my impact gun and put these on. Ta-da! No, I'm joking. Actually, this might be a thumbnail. But yes, they look good. Look at them. They look really good. So, yes. Okay, so now I basically kind of wanted to try the, what are they? I forgot what these are called. The TR Motorsports. I wanted to try them on, see what they look like, because they're 17s, so they'll match the 17s on the battles, but the Manares are gonna be its home. So let's give it a shot. I'll just kind of put it in, or put them on, and I'll ask you guys if it's worth it to run the Enki Hypergram, I think their style call. I think that's what they're called, but. All right, I'll install them and be right back. And we are back. You guys tell me, what do you guys think about this wheel? I don't know I don't know, maybe it's just the tires and the busted up tires. I know these are really kind of like busted up and it's not sitting on the ground, so you can't really tell what they really look like. But what do you think? Do I run a full set of 4 or do I test it in the next video? But let's go ahead and put the manta rays on. Tell me what you think. Should I run these? Should I put some tires on these and run these? Tell me in the comments below. The manta rays. The ones that are gonna that are here to stay. I have a pair of these, and they should look really good. They do look really good. I want to put these on the ground and see what they look like. Don't want to tighten it too much. I don't want to, because as I said, there's no rotors, so I don't want to rip the thread out with the thing with the knuckles. So that's what it looks like. Let me show you guys. This is what this thing looks like. All right, let me show you guys the absolute full picture. This is kind of what it looks like. Wow. I think I like that combo. Now, I think it needs to be put on the ground, but we're gonna wait until we got this thing running. So, more content coming with that soon, so you guys stay tuned. You know what to do. This is the end of the video. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and you guys have a good one. Peace out. Bye.